Hey everybody, it's Mike. This is the car count. We haven't done one of these in quite a while. It looks like it might be something I'll maybe do a little bit more of consistently. We'll see. I like doing these. It's just something that I kind of forget to do. And I know with YouTube, if you want to be successful or at least get more views, you need to do things a little bit more consistently with the posting. So I'll hold off a little bit while these people just walked in front of the camera. But if you're not familiar with what we do here, we simply just name the cars as they drive by. I'm kind of laughing a little bit because it's stupid, but it's still fun. And I think I get a kick out of it at least. And I hope that you guys enjoy it too and see what's coming by down the street. So I don't count like that box truck that just drove by. I don't count things like that. I'm counting just passenger vehicles. I'm not going to know everything. I'll have an idea of what everything is, but I'm not going to know. And there's going to be stuff I'll miss too, because sometimes things go by quickly. But you can see it's a Saturday early afternoon. We're in Muskego, Wisconsin. This is the intersection of Racine Avenue and Janesville Road. So we've got, right here, we've got a Mazda CX-5. That was a Genesis, I think, is it the G8? I don't know the name of the model. There's a Dodge Journey that drove by, a black Hyundai Santa Fe, a gray Jeep Grand Cherokee drove by before. That blue car was a Honda Civic. Here comes in a Chevy Equinox gray right in front there, and followed by a gray Toyota Sienna. And then here, ooh, a Pontiac G8. Look at that. You don't see too many of those, at least around here in Wisconsin. Here we got a black Civic, past a gray F-150, Chrysler Town & Country, red. There's a black Cadillac, I don't know the names of those, ATS, I don't know the names of those anymore. Honda Odyssey, like a 2006, followed by a Mazda CX-9, and then a Volvo XC60 drove by. I think that's the name of those. I missed a ton of stuff. There was a white Infiniti SUV, silver Ford Focus, Durango, a GMC Sierra, that white Tundra crew cab. There's a Dodge Ram Tundra crew cab. Here comes a Toyota Camry silver. Gray Jeep Grand Cherokee just turned in front. Here's a GMC Yukon, the black one that just is slowly going by. There's a Ford Explorer. There's a Honda Accord Silver, another Mazda CX-9 or CX-90, whatever they're calling them nowadays. Chevy Trailblazer, that white one, Toyota RAV4. Look at this, a red old Chevy Cavalier station wagon. I know most people aren't going to think, okay, who cares? And it was kind of in rough shape, but that's cool. That's cool. Here's a RAV4. I like seeing stuff that you don't see every day, and that Cavalier wagon was certainly one of them. Here comes a, from our left here, it's going to be coming in an Audi A6, it looks like. There's a Subaru Forester, a Buick Verano, Mazda 6, white, Nissan Altima, Town & Country. I think that one went by before. Here's a Jetta that just drove through. Sometimes this can get real busy, sometimes it's a little slower. Coming up, here's a Lexus GX SUV, GMC Terrain. There's a Land Rover, HRV Honda. I don't know the model of that Land Rover. I'm not super familiar with those. Here's a Chevy Traverse, black, followed by a Tahoe, a Jeep Wrangler, this dark green one here. Over there, you may be able to see waiting at the light, there's a white Silverado, a Yukon XL, with a Tiguan Volkswagen that's turning towards us here, and then a Ford Escape following them. Incoming from the left, there's a Ford Fusion, followed by an Acura, I believe it's a TLX. There was a Suburban that went by, Nissan Rogue Sport, Ford Edge, Hyundai Santa Fe, Chevy Silverado, Chrysler Pacifica right in front of us. I missed that old red Mustang. Chevy Equinox, black Durango, Suburban going the other way, followed by a Caravan, Grand Caravan. There's a Ford Explorer right in front of us, Honda Pilot just passed it with a blue Tucson on the other side of it. Going the other way, there's an HRV. Behind that Explorer, there's a Ford Edge. And then we can't see it yet, but there's a dark blue Lexus RX behind this Edge, an old Toyota Camry passing them by in the turn lane. There's a Chevy Colorado, followed by a Dodge Ram single cab, Toyota Corolla Black, Pacifica, a Jeep Compass. There was a black Silverado crew cab. Here comes from the left a CRV, followed by a black Volkswagen Tiguan. I think that's the same one that went by before. A Chevy Traverse. There's a Camry going the other way. We got a Grand Cherokee L being passed by an Outlander Sport. There's a Lexus LS series, Forester, VW Jetta, a Sierra crew cab, Sentra, Honda Odyssey, an Infiniti. I don't know the names of those. If you have watched my videos, look at that. Eclipse convertible. Beautiful. Beautiful. RAV4 followed that. There's a Tacoma. Here's kind of a beat-up Silverado, not matching cab with the bed. And then a Ford Edge, crew cab Silverado, Honda Accord. I missed that GMC Terrain. Here's a CRV. If you've listened to me before, you know I can't stand car models that are just numbers and letters. I can't stand that. Give it a name, for God's sake. Look at that. There's a blue Trans Am, I believe. It might be a Firebird. I don't know. It looks like a Firebird. I don't think that's a Trans Am. There's a Audi S7 or an A7. I don't know. A Chrysler Pacifica, red Chevy Cruze. Here's a Yukon XL, red, going by. Passed by a Honda Odyssey going the other way. So yeah, I can't stand car models that are just letters and numbers. It's lazy. Let's give it a real name, for God's sake. There's a Buick Enclave, a Toyota Corolla. Looks like kind of a work Chevy Colorado. Crew cab F-150 here, and then a Chevy Equinox behind it in that bright blue, followed by a dark maroon current model Grand Cherokee. And then there's a Nissan Versa that went by. Here's another Yukon XL. And these people in Muskego really have these Yukons. And then there was another Land Rover that passed it. And then a gray Ford Focus passed by, and then a F-150 single cab. Actually, it's an F-250, I think. Going the other way, followed by a Highlander, Dodge Ram crew cab. They're not Dodges anymore, but I'm calling them Dodges. Forester, Honda Pilot. There's an Infiniti. Oh, I don't know the name of that. It was I don't know. Jeep Grand Cherokee, not just a Cherokee. Ram crew cab with the Silverado crew cab followed. Here comes an Equinox on the left, and a 300C following it. Beautiful. With a Kia Carnival following that, with the Genesis, I don't know what those are called, the SUV. Yeah, I don't know the names of those. Another Carnival behind it. Look at that. We got a Carnival, and then the Genesis, and another Carnival. Behind that second Carnival right in front of us is a Compass, and then there's a Trailblazer behind it. I think I'm going to just about wrap up here. We've got behind that Trailblazer, there's a black Pathfinder with a Sienna that just passed, and behind that black Pathfinder silver is a Lexus LS. And that's the car count.